Happy Elmer Day! Today we are going to do some songs and some crafts. We're going to start with some potato printing. And now we're going to have a go at decorating our Elmer using paint and potatoes. Okay, and for this first bit, ask your parent or guardian just to give you a little bit of a help because it's quite tricky and I don't want any cut fingers. So the first thing they're going to do is score a square like that. And then they're just going to cut off these bits here. I've started it with this one here, okay? And when you finish it all, it looks a little bit like this. Now this is a bit of an old potato because I used this when I painted this one, okay? So the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to move him away, is to create a pattern using our squares on the elephant, okay? Right, so for the first one, just going to paint him blue. I'll go for a colourful elephant, I think, today. Okay. Right, and I'm going to start at the top. Don't worry if it goes over the lines because you're going to cut that little bit off anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to start there. There's my first blue one. Then with my second potato, I'm going to paint him orange. It's such a lovely bright colour. There we go. Lots of paint on there. And we're just going to put him alongside the blue, like so. Okay, and then we're going to go back to the blue one and paint him. Now you can use 3, 4, 5 colours if you want. You can use different shapes, but the idea is to make a nice pattern all the way along Elmer. Okay, once you've got to the end, you can start at the bottom again. I'm going to start with the orange so I don't have two blues together there. Okay. There we go. Let's put another blue there for you. And carry on throughout all the elephant till you get to the bottom. Don't worry if at the bottom you're going over the edge because as I said you're going to cut it off, and if you have a look at the one that I made earlier you can see that some of these squares went over the edge, but when you cut his shape out it doesn't matter. Are you ready? Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There once was a herd of elephants. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Young and old and tall and short. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. All were coloured very grey. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All except our patchwork Elmer. And come right, are you ready? Tree pedwar pim, there once was a herd of elephants. Chwe, saith, oith now deg, young and old and tall and short. Deg now, oith, saith, chwe, all were coloured very grey. Pim, pedwar, tree, die, een, all except our patchwork Elmer. And now we are going to have a little go at making our own Elmers. Isn't he cute? Right, so if you want to make one of these, you've got to start with a milk bottle. Empty and cleaned. Needs quite a bit of cleaning, otherwise it'll smell. Once you've got it, and you can use any size of milk bottle. You can use the 2 litre or the big one or the little one. This is the slightly bigger milk bottle. So, first step. You just need to draw a line just near the bottom of the handle, because this handle is going to become the trunk. Okay, go all the way round with a little hump here and here, and that's going to make his legs. Okay, and all the way round. Once you've done that, you need to get some scissors and cut it out. Now you may need to ask mum or dad to help you with that bit because it's quite tricky. Okay. Once that's done, cut it out and you get something a little bit like this, minus the ears. Okay, so Once you've done this, use the bottom of your milk bottle to cut out some ears. Okay, and then you can stick them on, and what I did is I just folded the bottom over and stuck it with some double-sided sticky tape on there, but you can use sellotape, you can use glue, anything like that, because it's all going to be covered up soon with all our tissue paper to make our patchwork Elmer. Okay, so once you get to this stage, you need to cut up some quite small squares out of different coloured tissue paper. Okay, I've tried to copy all the colours that Elmer has, so the yellows, the greens, the blacks, the reds. Okay, try and make them as straight as you can. That's not a very good example, is it? Let's see if we can find a better example in there. There we go. There's a little bit better there. Okay, and I've done a couple of these. Here's my other one here. And what I've discovered, okay, is it's better to start at the bottom. Okay, over here I've got my PVA glue. And the first thing I'm going to do is cover the whole of the milk bottle Elmer with PVA glue. Okay, all of it. Okay, I'm not going to do that now because I haven't got much time, but you guys can cover it all. Okay, then we're going to start at the bottom. Okay, and try and line up the bottom of the square with the bottom of the milk carton, just like that. Press it on carefully, and then you can go for your next colour. Ooh, I think I'll go for a green. I'm going to try and make sure that there's no little bits of milk carton showing. There we go. Pat it down. Okay, and then I might go for a nice yellow underneath here. Oh, my fingers are getting sticky already. There we go. Don't worry if it goes over the edge here, because you can actually just tuck it round just like that. Okay, then we're going to go all the way around. Let's try it. Ooh, sticking to me. I think the pink wants to be next. Let's stick the pink on. There we go. Okay, once you've gone all the way around the bottom, you can then just work up to the next bit. Okay, just making sure, the most important thing is that you don't show any bits of milk bottle. You don't leave any bits of milk bottle showing. Okay, all the way around. Oh, I haven't done a blue. Let's have a nice blue one. There we go, making sure I cover it all up. Okay, and once you've done all of it, including his ears and over the top, which can be a little bit tricky. Okay, there's the top of mine. You have to be very careful because it'd be quite easy actually to break the top. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to give it another coat of PVA, and this is really fun. Okay, and that second coat of PVA is going to make it nice and shiny. You see that? Oops. There we go. Finish it off there. Okay, and then once you've covered all of that, it should look something a little bit like that. And then the last thing you've got to do is to pop your little eyes on the front like that. And you can use, I've used sticky eyes, but you can just draw some eyes on a piece of paper and stick them on. You can use googly eyes, and hey presto, you've got your Elmer. He does take a little bit of time to dry. It takes a couple of hours to dry, but there he is. There was a patchwork elephant and Elmer was his name. Oh, pink, green, yellow, blue, black, red, purple too, white and brown and orange too, and Elmer was his name too. Pink with melon glass, die koch for ach, gwynach, brownach, oren hefyd, Elmer was his name too. And now we're going to make some Elmer ears. They're fab, aren't they? It's so nice. So this is quite simple, really. You're going to have your Elmer ear templates, which you can draw yourself as well if you want. And then you're going to colour in the patches. So it doesn't matter if you go over the edge, because again, like with the potato print Elmer, you're going to cut that out and no one will see if you've gone over the edges there. But do be careful on these edges. Okay, so make sure you colour each section a different colour. So I'm only going to do a bit of that one. And I'm going to use this nice turquoise next to it. Okay, colour it in nicely like that. Oh, let's do a yellow here, like so. It's very peaceful this, isn't it, colouring in? Like so. Oh, and the only thing to watch out is to make sure that you don't put, say, another orange here or another yellow here. Just make sure each colour is different, like so. And once you've coloured them all in, we just have to cut out round the edge. Include the tab, don't cut the tab off because that's very important. Okay, then cut yourself out a nice long piece of cardboard. Okay, measure it round your head so that it fits nicely. And then you can either stick it with sellotape or with staples like we've done here. And then bend this little tab back here. And then you can stick or staple it on your headband. Then you have a lovely pair of Elmer ears.